July is one of my lowest paying dividend months, but what I have really enjoyed is getting a nice big payment from one company and also managing to break through a specific target that I've had for quite some time when it comes to dividends. Let's go and have a quick look and see what's going on with my investment portfolio and looking particularly at dividends. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Mark of Desperately Seeking FI. I'm only going to talk about the Trading 212 dividends that I've got this month, and in reality they're the only ones that I have got. I have got ETFs sat in different platforms, but we'll just focus in on Trading 212. If you are new getting into all this investing side of things, if you want to have a look at Trading 212, if you invest a small amount of money, you can get yourself a free share by using my link down below or using my promo code of DSFI. If you haven't got that free share, don't forget there are terms and conditions to this, so just make sure you read those before investing because your capital is at risk. Let's go and have a quick look at Trading 212 and looking at GetQuinn, which is my go-to at the moment to track all of my dividends. I literally link it up to Trading 212, and any purchases I make, it just drags it straight in. There is a link down below if you want to get it. You can have a trial and see what you think of it. As I said, you can automate the linkage to different brokerage accounts, and if you've got crypto with things like Coinbase, etc., you can also link to that. But let's jump in, let's have a look at 2024 and let's have a quick look and see how things have been going on so far, because it's all part of one of those key milestones that I've been aiming for and have achieved by month of July. So January, just over £60 made in dividends. It's a bit of a quiet month for me on the dividend side of things. I then jump into February and getting a little bit more, £142 in that month. March, even with lots and lots of ETFs coming in and making some payments, still only pulling in about £125. In April, we are looking at another small month just at that 73.64 level. Then jumping into May, things starting to get a little bit better, £190, and then the bumper month that I have, and this paid me about £342 in dividends, and very driven by the ETFs that I hold in my Trading 212 account. And then July, I've pulled in about £117. Three main payments for this one, and if you look in the screen you can see National Grid. And if you remember back in May, National Grid took a major drop, and this was basically when they were talking about doing a form of equity release, which basically they were looking at raising about £7 billion to do infrastructure work over the next number of years, and provided shareholders the ability to buy in at a very low price. I think that price was £6.37 per share. So we saw a huge drop of about 20% in the share price. You can see that that has gradually started to move up over the last month. I bought a few more shares. I am now sat at about 204 shares of National Grid, just over that £2,000 mark. I have managed to bring down my buy-in to just over the £9 per share, currently paying a nice little dividend of about 5.71. I think I'm going to continue to just build this holding up quite a bit. I have quite a bit of conviction that with all of this additional infrastructure they're going to build in the UK, that this could be a good company for the future, and still at a reasonably low PE ratio of 10.19. Next company, everybody knows it, Realty Income. This one paid me about £34.51. And as we can see over the last month, it has been progressively going up at about 13% up, which is really good to see because lots of us have been buying in at a lower price. And as you can see, my average purchase price for Realty Income is at about $52.41. It's had a bit of a FX impact, but all in all, I am still up about 9.25. I'm not quite liking the number of the beast there, 666. Realty income still over the 5% mark on its dividend yield at 5.44. I'm going to do a video on realty income which talks about where do I think that this company is going to get to in the near future, with interest rates looking like they're going to be coming down across the world, with the Bank of England just dropping theirs by 0.25. Let's wait and see, does that have a great effect on companies like realty income? As I always say, dividends are one of those cornerstones for my portfolio, and actually investing into ETFs is where I like to focus quite a lot of my efforts and attention. I've recently pulled together a new ETF info sheet. It gives you a breakdown of ETFs across the world and sort of provide some of the key financial metrics. And if you want to grab that, if you want to hit the link down below, you can sign up to my newsletter and I'll give you a copy of that, so that you go away and do some research and see are any of them ones that you think would be better to buy than just all the Vanguard ones that everybody knows about. And then the last one that I'm really going to talk about is GSK. The last 3 months GSK has seen about a 10% drop. Last month I was paid £6 for the 40 shares that I hold in GSK. When I get that, I'm just going to reinvest the money back into this and start to build up that holding. And I'm looking at trying to get holdings coming in all around that £2,000 mark, and sort of build that up and try and balance out the portfolio a little bit. If you remember back to realty income, it's at about 25% of this individual dividend stock portfolio, which is a little bit too much, but I do see some growth, and as that growth continues I will start to trim that slightly and reinvest into some other companies that potentially will give me greater chance for growth than realty income potentially does. GSK sat at just under the 4% at 3.93% dividend yield, and PE ratio at 10.78, so still on the cheaper side. For the eagle-eyed of you, you will see that Coca-Cola also paid. That is, one of my sons did a little bit of a test a while ago on the Invest account, and he's just got 3 pence coming in, but I'm not going to count that one in there. Overall, how have things been going this year? All in all, over the first 7 months of the year, I have pulled in about £1,050 in dividends. What does that equate to? That's £150 per month, and that has broken through my £5 per day target that I had set myself. So the next one that I'm going to be looking at is probably trying to move this on and sort of get up to that £2,500 a year mark for dividends. So I'm going to be aiming for £200 per month coming in, and then just keep reinvesting that back in and just let the compound interest continue. So that is dividends, and as I've said, most of my dividends come from ETFs. Why don't you go and have a look at this video where I talk about some of the best dividend ETFs out there that you can get your hands on. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.